loving ourselves unconditionally only happens when we allow our heart to be soft, when we allow our heart to feel, to love, really. So I've started thinking about the intricacies and the complexities of the human heart, how it feels, how it suffers, how it closes itself off, how it forms and shapes itself, how it conceals and yet leads to our internal truth. Because love is the only truth. There's no point in anything else without love. And it all sounds like some very high-level spiritual nonsense, but it has actual applications in your day-to-day life. Loving yourself is being able to follow and to feel your heart, and to prioritize your heart over the other aspects, such as the mind or your ambitions or your ego. Prioritizing the heart is the key, is the first step towards encouraging yourself to be more in connection with it. What blocks our love for ourselves? This is when we feel unworthy, or when we feel like something is not good enough about us. So what to do when you wake up one morning feeling totally unworthy of anything good in the world? And it happens a lot, right? It's not like you work through all your trauma and then suddenly you became this person who always feels fantastic about themselves. It just doesn't work this way. How do you get yourself into this base state of loving yourself? So a couple of small exercises that I do sometimes. And when I had like a tough conversation or a tough meeting at work, I just feel kind of off within. Face the mirror, look yourself in the eyes and say, I love you. I love you. Just like that. And you will just immediately feel like something shifts, something changes. And suddenly you are this beautiful child of the universe who is worthy of love just the way they are. The other thing that helps me is looking at the beautiful life around me. Like today, I saw a little snail outside the window and I just immediately feel so much love. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the love for any creation on this planet. You can experience it looking at a beautiful flower or a child or a kitten. So looking at some default form of God's love, a creation. Suddenly you can relate to this because you are also that creation of God, no matter how unworthy you feel at this point. So these are the two little things that can help. Any meditation on connecting with your heart is another way. In a meditative state, you get all your attention into your heart space and you show compassion to whatever is going on there. Is there hurt? Is there fear? What is there which kind of blocks that unconditional love within yourself towards yourself? And it's good to just take a few deep breaths and focus on that and just let it all come out and get cleansed by your breath. With every breath out, it gets cleansed. Try to breathe out of your heart chakra, slowly, really, really releasing all that stuff. And you can feel like even on the physical, how your heart and your back feels better because your love is just there. Your heart is this container of unconditional love, where all you need to do sometimes is just let it open up a little bit. Release all these other things we've put on there, even if just for 20 minutes a day. It really helps. The reason why we should all try to open our hearts more is because having our hearts closed actually creates a lot of distortion in our lives. Having a closed heart means we are not connected to our essence, so to say. And this kind of blocks us from meeting the real people that actually are good for us and understand us. It blocks us from finding the calling or the career that is truly fulfilling. It blocks us from meeting that person that we can have a family with, from enjoying our time with our children or our relatives or our parents. For this debris of frustration and hurt from whatever happened to us in life. It blocks this wonderful crystal of who we truly are at the soul level. It blocks our connection with our actual divine essence. As lofty as it sounds, having this connection does produce a more fulfilled and a happier life. Don't worry, we can all do this. Because we are just designed this way. We all have this beautiful heart. And this heart is much stronger than all the pain and the suffering and the trauma that we've been through. It is just stronger. And in order to release it, you don't need 20 years of therapy. You just need to gradually build and build and build that connection. I gave you a couple of small exercises in this video, and I can give you a lot more later. Let me know if there's something you want me to talk about more.